Big changes are coming to the U.S. immigration process in 2025. New USCIS rules will put green card and citizenship applicants under a strict ideology check, meaning your beliefs and social media could now be under the microscope. What does this mean for you? Stay tuned to find out everything you need to know. At its core, the new USCIS rule aims to strengthen the screening process by expanding background checks to include a detailed assessment of applicants' beliefs, affiliations, and expressed ideologies. The goal, according to USCIS, is to ensure that those granted permanent residency or citizenship align with American values and don't pose a threat to national security or public order. This means that beyond the standard background and criminal checks, applicants will now face questions and investigations related to their political beliefs, participation in organizations, and any public statements that might indicate extremist views or affiliations. The agency will be using a combination of interviews, social media reviews, and possibly even third-party reports to evaluate applicants' ideological positions. So, why introduce this new ideology check? USCIS officials argue that the evolving global political landscape and rising concerns about domestic extremism make it necessary to take a closer look at who is becoming a permanent part of American society. The idea is to prevent individuals with dangerous or radical ideologies from gaining citizenship or green card status, thus protecting the fabric of the nation. But this new rule is sparking intense debate. Supporters say it's a much-needed update to keep America safe and ensure that new citizens share core democratic values. They believe this policy could deter bad actors and reinforce a sense of national unity. On the other hand, critics warn that the ideology check could lead to unfair profiling, discrimination, and invasion of privacy. They fear it might discourage lawful immigrants from applying or expressing their beliefs openly. Civil rights organizations are already gearing up to challenge aspects of this rule, arguing that it infringes on constitutional protections like freedom of speech and association. So, what does this mean for applicants? If you're applying for a green card or citizenship after the rule takes effect, expect a more detailed vetting process. Prepare for questions that may probe into your political opinions, group memberships, and even social media activity. It's a good idea to review your digital footprint and be ready to explain any past statements or affiliations honestly and clearly. Legal experts recommend consulting with immigration attorneys to navigate these new waters effectively. Understanding your rights and how to respond to ideological questions will be more important than ever. Another key aspect to watch is how USCIS will implement and enforce this rule consistently across the country. Past immigration policies have sometimes suffered from inconsistent application, and with ideological checks, the potential for bias or uneven treatment is a real concern. Advocates will be closely monitoring USCIS's procedures to ensure fairness and transparency. It's also worth noting that this rule doesn't just affect individuals applying for green cards or citizenship. It could impact refugees, asylum seekers, and those renewing their status, depending on how broadly USCIS applies the ideology check. For families and communities, this policy change means increased scrutiny and potential stress during what is already a challenging process. Staying informed and seeking support will be essential. To wrap up, the 2025 USCIS ideology check represents a major shift in U.S. immigration policy, reflecting the country's current concerns about security and social cohesion. Whether you view it as a necessary safeguard or a troubling overreach, one thing is clear: applicants need to be prepared, informed, and proactive as this new rule rolls out.